Chicken is the commonly reared bird among households in the rural African setup. It is both a source of income and food. But the presence of the Newcastle disease, one of the most dangerous to the lives of birds, has for a long time remained the biggest enemy to the smallholder farmer.
It's a viral infection and it's incurable.
Brian Bigirwa is a vaccine expert from Uganda.
It's 100% fatal to chicks and about 70% fatal to adult birds, right? Which is why then it doesn't totally wipe out the population. So the farmer will lose about 70% of his homestead birds if he doesn't vaccinate.
Brian says there is no hotspot for the Newcastle disease in a country, and therefore every farmer who has chicken is at risk of losing his flock.
The outbreaks are a result of movement of birds. It exists in nature, in wild birds and what. What happens is around the festive seasons, Easter, Christmas, Eid, when people are buying a lot of chicken, the traders go through the villages buying up all this chicken to bring to the towns to sell. As the traders move, that's when the outbreak kicks off. So it just moves across the country in a wave.
However, there is good news to farmers because in Uganda, a partnership between Brentec, a private registered company, and GALVmed, a non-profit organization, has boosted the manufacturing and distribution of the I2 vaccine, which is thermotolerant, under the brand name Kukustar. Brian Bigirwa is the quality assurance manager for Brentec.
The strain of virus that we use for our vaccine is heat tolerant. So at room temperature, which is between 24 and 28 degrees centigrade, in its freeze-dried state, it can survive for 48 days. So about 2 months, a month and a half, roughly. Then, when you add water to it, it can survive at room temperature for 72 hours. So the advantage that the vaccine offers is for the end-user farmer who does not have access to a cold chain. So this is a local farmer in the village. There is no electricity, there is no access to ice. So he can go to a trading center, buy the vaccine, and still take his time and get back to his village. As long as he keeps the vaccine away from direct sunlight, he can vaccinate his chickens at his convenience within that 72-hour window. So it removes the end-user requirement for access to a cold chain.
To find out more about the Kukustar vaccine, I visit one agrovet in Jinja Town, eastern Uganda, who stocks and supplies the vaccine to farmers. Dr. Florence Nahamia has been supplying the vaccine for now 3 years. Is this your shop?
Yes, this is my shop. Yes.
And when I'm looking around all the shelves, I can't see the vaccine.
This is a vaccine. You don't just put it on the shelves. You have to keep it in the fridge if you want to let it stay longer, at least before you distribute it to the farmers or to the different retail shops. So at the moment, the vaccine is now in the fridge. So if a farmer comes to ask for the vaccine, we always get the vaccine from the fridge.
And I can just see one of your workers is opening the fridge and giving out some of the vaccines.
The vaccines, yes.
And there's a customer at the counter buying the vaccine.
So that's when you get out the vaccine. But normally you don't put vaccines just on the shelves of the shops. Yeah.
What's so unique about this vaccine compared to the rest?
If a farmer carries the vaccine, one can even stay with it for 3 days without using it. Unlike the one of cold chain, where one has got to carry a flask and should use the vaccine within 2 hours. So this one is really advantageous in that you can stay with it for even 3 days without making use of it. So it has really helped the farmers down there. It is user-friendly. Anytime somebody has some birds hatching, one can take it and, stay around and leave it until the birds all hatch out.
Let me hear from the vaccinator.
My name is Ikona Steven. Last year, I managed to vaccinate about 1,000 birds using Kukustar. We've been supplying the Kukustar on free range to farmers because some farmers are very poor. Whereby at times some farmers can pay at least some little money. Let's assume I can say that if you have about 20 birds, you can give me at least 2,000 shillings.
2,000 is even less than $1.
Which is less than $1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very affordable.
It's affordable. The main aim is to see that we can use poultry as a commercial project.
With such a success in Uganda, Brian says Brentec plans to expand their brand of Kukustar to other countries.
We are hoping to have registered our product in most countries in the COMESA region by the end of 2017. So we'll be starting with East Africa, obviously. We've already started procedure to register it in Kenya, Tanzania, and Rwanda. And so we expect to be in those markets by the end of the year, and then expand furtherwards to the COMESA market, Malawi, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Angola, all those.
This report was compiled by Rain Media on behalf of GALVmed. My name is Pius Sawa.